When I was 18, I was living in Spain, and one night I was coming home from working at the nightclub and I was attacked by a stranger. This guy put a knife to my throat, but nothing happened. Through different events of a car going past, he was spooked, whatever. Um, I think he just hit me and kicked me a few times. I was unconscious, and so they found me on the floor. So I kind of got away, And then there's after that, it's like, I'm lucky, I'm okay, and then I'm not feeling very lucky. And one of the things that I wanted to mention today is that sense of confusion. And I was completely changed by this incident. And I think people can understand that you would be completely changed. And one of the things is that sense of that there are bad people out there that will do that. It seems so unbelievable. It seems like something you would see on the telly. But the thing that really impacted me was the sense that bad things can happen to me. And I became very superstitious, and I would worry about fires, car crashes, dropping things and burning myself. Just, just anything possible that you could think was a bad thing, whether it was completely natural or involved anybody else. I don't know. I again, that sense of confusion. This is something I've mentioned before, and I think my desire to be understood and to try harder to be understood is all tied up to trying to understand others and trying to understand the world. And some of it is about, if this could make sense, if there was a sense that this is heading in a particular direction for a particular thing, I don't know, is that faith? Faith that it's going to work out, faith that you're going to find your purpose, faith that this is all happening for a reason. I know there's been long periods of my life where I haven't particularly been having those kind of spiritual thoughts of it's all going to work out. It's all going to work out for the best. But I also know that I'm happier if I do believe that, or if I tell myself that. And how this relates to misunderstandings. I think things can be really confusing, and maybe we just don't talk enough about the fact that we don't understand what's happening and the life path that we're on. There's been a few times when I've said to myself, I don't want this to be my story. So, and then it suddenly is your story, and it's kind of what you do with it, isn't it? So I think also, because I've been feeling particularly ill the last month, but definitely the last few days, and I've been documenting the journey, and it's like, this may not work. I may do my best, and it may not work, and it may not be meant to work, and maybe in hindsight I'll look back and say that was something that I had to do to move on to the next step. And it's not for me to understand what's going on right now. Just doing the best I can. I cannot believe I keep crying on these things. It's funny because there's been a few times when I've thought that these documenting the journey, I know they're not super exciting for other people, but there's been a few times when I've thought about it almost like those podcasts which are about investigating a murder type of thing. I shouldn't laugh about that, should I? Just because they're looking for clues all the time. Why is this happening, and how do we connect these dots, and what's going to happen in future, and will we finally figure it out at the end? I don't think other people have picked up on that in terms of the documenting the journey, but certainly that's how I felt. There's times when I thought, I'm going to look back on this, and obviously at some point in the future I'll be at that future place. But I feel like if I'm honest in the documenting your journey and all the videos that I do and the challenges that I set myself, if I'm honest, then you will see that I can't see the dots and connect the dots, and that I am confused and I'm not really understanding things. And hopefully, there's a really satisfying ending where it kind of works out or something surprising happens. But I'm not there yet. So I don't know whether knowing that story, I've been open about sharing. It's not a secret, the different history and the stories that I've had in my life. It's just not something that comes up all the time. But yeah, there is definitely underneath me trying to be positive and say it's going to work out, there is that experience. There's sometimes bad things happen. Whew. So yeah. Anyway, I don't want you feeling that I'm sad right now. I'm crying a bit, but it's just bringing up stuff. But I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I'm just tired, I think. Just tired. Yeah. Bye.